Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back to another episode of Travis Does Firewood. Sorry for the sun. I am currently where my camper used to be, and now I moved it. It's over there. So we went camping this weekend, and tomorrow night is Halloween, and this is my front of my house, and this is where kids will get candy, and I don't want them to be confused with having this camper in my front yard. So I put it there for now. I need to put it down the hill soon to winterize, but my dump trailer is in the way of where I put the camper trailer last winter. So I'm going to do some juggling around, but I can't do any of that because I have this maple and cedar right here from the previous episode that you saw that my buddy Paul came and dropped for us here, but I can't go down the hill. Yes, I have a driveway on the other side of these trees, but better to use this driveway for the trailers because this is more compact even though it's steeper. So I brought up the trusty champion up with my truck earlier today. So that is hiding right now behind the camper because I had to go pick up my daughter from school and drop her off at daycare. So yeah, so I have a few hours to. We are going to start. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna start to split here, not ferry rounds down the hill. We're gonna start here. I'm gonna cut cedar, or sorry, I'm gonna split cedar and maple same time. Throw one of each in each pile. I'm gonna make a little driveway right here, and I'll bring around my. I think what I'm gonna do is, I don't know. I'm gonna either bring up my Kubota lawnmower tractor with the trailer, Firewood that way back of our with a split, or wheelbarrow. I don't know. I just don't feel like moving these rounds around too much. So I'm just gonna slip them here. If you can think of any way that's better, more efficient, please let me know. But that's the game plan for today. It is sunny outside. It is, I think it's 40, 45. Woke up and it was 28 degrees. I know for some of you that it's like summertime, but definitely that's chilly here in the Seattle area. So I had the wish of going inside the house. It's not in toasty. I have a few hours right now to split this, get this started. I'm not sure how far I'll get today. This may be a 2-day project, but I need to get this done as soon as possible. Because I need this driveway open so I can move around some trailers. Definitely need to winterize the camper because I don't want that frozen and get that ruined for this coming summer. So yeah, it was the last coming trip of the camping season. Luckily it was cold, but it was dry here, so that was great. Yeah, so let's move around the champion in place and let's start splitting. Do it. Alright, so I think that's a good spot. If not, I can move it around. And if you're wondering, side note, caveat, if you are missing I can't find my hat. My token cowboy hat with my logo. I put it down somewhere and I can't find it. So that's why I'm wearing my second go-to hat for the video. So in case you're wondering, it's around here somewhere, but I don't know where it is. Anyway, let's get this puppy started and let's get splitting. my homeowner single wedge, a splitter, was kicking butt today, but it's on E, and I don't want to run it down empty, so I'm gonna stop it there. This is what we have. I have a few rounds to noodle, like 3 or so at least, that I can't lift up myself without breaking something. Small little pile of cookies here. I got my cedar there, and then I got my maple there, and this is the balance of what we have. Yeah, split just a few rounds. I believe I want to say I got most of it. There's a few that were down the road down the hill there. So now the plan is to figure out how in the holy heck to get this split stuff down the hill. I may regret splitting it up here and not just ferrying not moving the rounds down the hill and splitting it right next to where I'll be stacking. Now granted, I have never split 2 species of wood at the same time. Granted, I'm gonna call this maple a hardwood. I think there is a soft and a harder maple. And Paul said that this was a soft maple, but I'm not gonna mix them. I'm gonna keep them separate. Usually I keep my species separate, so no what's what. So when I do my firewood stand, I can mix as I make my racks, as I make my bundles of wood, and not mix it as I stack. I know that takes more time and effort and thinking, but so far so good. So let's walk down the hill and see where I'm gonna be putting this stuff. All right, so down in the backyard now. I'm trying to figure out where to put the cedar. Now granted, I wanted to clear out this area. This is the spruce in front, and then behind that is the fir, and I wanted to clear the fir out for this maple, but it's less than what I thought it was going to be, which is fine. I'm definitely not complaining. But I already made this space here for this is the other maple that I had, right? And I'm not sure if I want to put it in this bay too, so I may put one more row in front here up for the other maple, but I don't know, because I think that's fine. Leave a little ledge for the roof to go, make sure that's going to season. So scratch that idea. I may not add to that maple pile. My cedar piles are pretty much full. These are chunks. That's chunks. That's chunks. That cedar that I'm grabbing now for my bundles and my racks, and then down here is for kindling, and then on the other side it's pretty full. And that cedar cookies. Yeah, there's no room back here. Alright, I already don't want to do this, but I'm going to put the cedar where the fir is currently. And to do that, I need to redo this entire thing, which I definitely do not have time for, but I'm going to have to do it anyway, because I don't want to move the wood more than once. I don't want to dump it, for example, there now, and then have to pick it up again to pull. I mean, I guess I could, but I'd rather move it and then stack it, and then move it and stack it, as opposed, I don't know what. It's always a gamble, or like a crapshoot, right? Like what do you do first? Anyway, I need to move first. I'll move this first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, again, I don't want to do this, but I think I'm going to be selling this fir anyway. So I'm going to toss the fir. I want to move some ICB totes right here. I want to toss the fir into those cages here and then cover them, so that way I know how much it is, then I can sell that, and so that will be out of the way, and then we will go from there. So let's get to tossing. All right, I'm back. It's amazing how much colder it is in terms of a temperature decrease when you're in the shade. Anyway, so yeah, so got the fur cleared out. All right, it is the next morning. I'm not sure when the camera cut out in terms of the battery life, but I had to stop what I was doing yesterday, kind of pause. Unfortunately, life happens and I can't finish a project in one day or in one video, so it's like multiple days to make one video. Anyway, so I was thinking about this last night, where I was with that maple that I stacked, and I'm not sure where to put the cedar. So I cleaned out this bay here of stuff, and I'm gonna put cedar here. Still doing the maple over yonder, but the cedar will go here. That should be fine. Right next to it I have cedar kindling that is ready to be split down. Those are just my first wave of cedar to be cut. I need to make more cedar kindling with the kinetic splitter now that it's getting colder, so I need to get that back out. It's hidden on the other side of this wheelbarrow here, all covered up, so it's safe for the wood. So I think, yeah, that should that should work fine for the cedar. It's in the lawnmower, the Kubota. So this morning I'm just gonna keep ferrying wood down, and that should, yeah, we'll see how far we get. In terms of the both of the maple and the cedar that we are handling in this video, I'm stacking it all in one spot. In terms of each species are separated, but the size of wood. So in here we do have pieces for bundle wood, small pieces, and for rack wood. Now I could separate it or split it in half. Like one side be bundle wood, the other side be for rack wood, like I did the hemlock over there. But for here, in terms of time to put in one location, it does save a little bit of time when I am prepping, excuse me, for the firewood stand for the rack wood and bundle wood. But in terms of time here, just kind of put it all in one. I'm gonna just heap it in here for now. Probably one more load, and then I'll start stacking in here, because you get more wood in one location when it's stacked. And I'm not concerned about the cedar being in this location in terms of the shed, because cedar will dry pretty fast. And you may be wondering why I'm not splitting some of the clear or the not knotty pieces into the thinner slabs like I did for the cedar, the kindling. because I got a whole bunch of that cedar kindling slabs, the thin pieces ready to be resplit and processed with the kinetic splitter. I have a whole bunch of that already. So I think I'm low on like regular split kindling for my bundles and my rackwood. Yes, kindling is yes, cedar is usually used for kindling, but I do mix it in with my mixed wood at my for sale at my firewood stand, because it says on the sign mixed wood. So usually that's a softwood that I usually sell, and I don't add like a lot. I just add like a few pieces to add to help get the fire going. If you can tell the difference of what species, but yeah, yes, I do put cedar in for sale at my firewood stand. So let's get loading still. So I am just throwing both of the maple and the cedar over there in piles for now, because I can run because there are only certain times of the day that I can run a chainsaw or my splitter, or even drive this a lawnmower around in terms of like the noise. But I can stack anytime. Nighttime with light on, that's why I can stack. So I can do that anytime, so I'll just leave that for later on. This is what I built yesterday. Let's go around here. This is what I ended up with yesterday to clean this out, making this somewhat level here. Pallets, and so Hoover bucked up the maple. It's all over the place. It's from like 12 it's like 18 inches. So even though this is 48 inches wide, these pallets, I'm gonna add cedar, and I want it to dry. I want to do two rows of cedar, or sorry, maple here in the middle. Keep it open, but I'm gonna put the cookies in here, thrown in, so there's still airflow, so it's not tight. So hopefully that will serve the purpose of this space. So yeah, this just be maple here. I'll go as high as I can, probably another pallet worth like I've been doing, and see how it goes. But yeah, let's get at it. Alright, it is a few days later. It did take me a while to process this wood, unfortunately, and when I started it was sunny and cold, but sunny, and now it is raining. So the next week on the horizon, it's definitely rain. So I am done splitting. This is the wood here. I have a pile of cookies here of the mix. This is the cedar right here, and the maple over here. This is not all of it. I've been doing a lot of work off camera, because I didn't want to bore you with splitting and burying and stacking and all that stuff. So a break from splitting. So I had to bring out my Husqvarna saw here and do some noodling with the maul, and split a few of the rounds up because they were too big for me to load on the Champion. I feel that there is a trend, and that's very recent. I would say I mean, I haven't been doing firewood for that long, but a trend in the firewood industry, in terms of like homeowner and a professional grade, that the homeowners type splitters are very common, and very plentiful. You get a decent one within the $1,000 to $1,200 range. But they're, in terms of trends now to upgrade, even homeowners could probably afford them or want one, are the splitter that is more than a single wedge. You're gonna have like a 4-way or 6-way wedge with the log lift. I think that is something that's very common nowadays and sought after. And then a conveyor. People using old conveyors from like farms with hay, and using them or converting them to move wood from where you're splitting into a trailer, into a bin, into an IBC tote, etc., or a dump truck, whatever you have, instead of having to touch it more than necessary. And I find that interesting how the industry has definitely taken off, with brands like Wolf Ridge, Easton Made, Yappa coming in too. I find it super cool in a way that we are in the midst of something that is definitely growing. People have a passion for it. Definitely a lot of YouTube channels out there devoted solely on firewood, which I think is fascinating. So just a quick tidbit on trends. Definitely I am behind. I can't afford a new splitter. This is my trusted champion that's working strong for me. Definitely I could be faster at what I'm doing in terms of production and processing if I had a new and improved splitter, but it's not in the cards at the moment, but hopefully in the future. So yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna get on to ferrying this wood back in the backyard. Let's get on it. All right, so thank you for sticking around. I know this was kind of a lengthy video, and for that I apologize. I'm sorry for the audio in this video. I'm not sure what's going on with the camera this episode, but I hope that I can rectify that. But anywho, the mess and all the wood is gone from up on top of the driveway, and I cleaned up everything's put away. The champion is there on the cover. The Kubota is on the cover over there. So let's check out. This is the maple. This is quite the load of maple here. This is all split, all ready to go. Started on the pile a little bit, stacking. So I hope that will not take too long. I need to build up the sides on both sides, as I may have mentioned, with pallets, and get that stacked and covered as soon as possible. So this will be my premium hardwood maple for next winter, probably for personal use, because it's all over the place in terms of length. So this will be good to replace the other premium maple that I have that is I didn't quite finish using last winter. So I'll be using that as it gets colder, probably in December and January. The cedar is over here, stacked. It started to be stacked, and then I just threw in the rest here. So the I don't know if I'm gonna be getting any more cedar, or not. I think maybe some more, but I may just heap this in here. Yes, I can get more in here stacked, but it's not required, so I may just leave it. It's gonna throw it in. So that's the tale of the two species of wood in one load. Would definitely not too bad to decipher between each one. As you saw early in the video, when in doubt, do the smell test. A lot of woods have a certain smell. Cedar definitely has its own smell. If I could bottle that up and use it as cologne, I definitely would do that. So, and then the maple just smells like dirt in terms of smell. At least this type of maple. I did a short on this yesterday, but just as I was doing errands and doing stuff, I saw in my camera someone at my door, and I recognized him, so I raced home, and he was literally parked with his truck and trailer up in the road with his flashers on. And I parked my truck in the driveway real quick, ran over there, and it was a tree service guy that delivered. It wasn't the hemlock. Was that? I think that was tree service wood, wasn't it? I think that was tree service wood. I need to look back at my videos. You would know because you watched all of them, right? You're nodding yes. So I think the same guy. He was in the area, and he lost my card to call me or text me, and he just like stopped by. So I'm like, well, I don't need wood, and it's hard for you to get down because my driveway is blocked with my camper and other rounds. So he'd use the other driveway on the other side of my property line with this massive trailer. It was like 6 foot by 16 feet long, and one of the big Tex ones. Anyway, here we go. Just some tree service wood, some big stuff. This stuff is, geez. So I think this is punky in here already. Yeah, it's punky. So we have, I think you said pine. I think this right here is the pine. Smell test, yep, and it's very, very sappy. Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun to split. Pine in here, and I think, is this also pine here? I think that's pine. It just smells like Christmas right now. This is amazing. Like when you get fresh cut wood like this, and just ooh, awesome. And I believe, yeah, there's some cedar in here. This here is cedar. Yeah, so I do have some more cedar coming. So I'll be this pile right here is cedar. There's some rot in there, that's fine. Some rot in there, rot right there. That's okay, because beggars cannot be choosers. So like I said in the video, in the short, never say no to free wood, because if you say no, I don't want cedar, no, I don't want that type of wood, or I don't have space for it, I don't have time to deal with it. When that person has wood again, either they're an arborist, or your neighbor, or someone else you know who has access to wood, next time they have wood, they may not contact you. Like, so and so, he didn't want it last time, so he or she won't want it next time, or this time around. So always say yes, even though you don't have space, time, figure it out real quick and accept it. Because when you are in need in wood, and no one's calling you and no one's texting you, then what do you do? So yeah, definitely have my work cut out for me. Was not planning on this load at all. This is a lot of wood, and this will be for the firewood stand. I'm not sure what to do with it. But look at this. See this bar right here? I don't know, this is probably at the base of the cedar, but you have this like rebar bar type thing like sticking out. So that's gonna be fun to split. Probably take the measure out 16 from here, probably in here, cut it, and then try to split it so I can get this out, not ruin my splitter and stuff. So, oh yeah, there's some metal in here too. Well, yeah, that's gonna be fun. Okay. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh my, oh geez. Yeah, look at here. Hey, this is hollow, and then we got rebar all over the place. We got this. Well, they just missed that nail right there with their chainsaw. Jeez. All right, so this may be ruining a few of my saws. That's gonna be fun. Jeez. All right. So anyway. Yeah, I know, like I said, this video is way too long as it is right now, so thank you for joining me. I know I need to do another video because I know you are all in suspense of what I'm doing with these maple rounds that are hollow. I have a plan to do a really short video on that soon, so bear with me. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering, in that video, inshallah is if God wills it in Arabic. So just your little note of the day. Anyway, let's end this video. I think you're tuning in. If you want to watch more videos, please do, but I'm not going to beg you. But I think that you will enjoy it. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.